Capricorn. I'm Mistress Lotus and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so very much to all of you that have liked, commented, and shared. And thank you guys so much to those of you that have checked out my Lotus Topics episode. I'm actually coming out with a second episode coming soon, and this one has to do with how to cope with depression. Okay, so I also have something new that I'm going to add to my channel as well. I will be offering mid-months for you guys now from here on out, okay? So you can look forward to that. And also, for those of you asking about the decks that I use, I will be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Krantz. And I will be using the Spirit de la Lune Moon Phase Oracle as well as the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle, okay? So for those of you that find that this reading does not resonate with you, I suggest that you guys go check your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. And if you guys are not aware of those signs in your chart, I will include a birth chart calculator in the description below. So let's go ahead and see what this month has in store for you, Capricorn. Gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of August 2017? Give me a Celtic cross, please, and show me what to look forward to for Capricorn for the month of August 2017. Show me Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of August 2017. So here's to hoping that this month is a lot lighter and brighter. I noticed the past couple of months after coming out of those retrogrades, you know, that I think it was what, a quadruple retrograde that we came out of. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck here. And the first card that we have is the Father of Pentacles in reverse. Challenging it is the Seven of Wands. In the recent past, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. In the near future, we have the Father of Wands in reverse. In your conscious thoughts, we have the Death card. In your subconscious thoughts, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay. In the advice position, we have the Mother of Pentacles in reverse. In the external factors, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Wow. In the hopes and fears, we have Father of Swords in reverse. And in the outcome, we have Mother of Swords in reverse. This is explosive, you guys. This is absolutely explosive. The bottom of the deck is Six of Chalices. So what I'm seeing here is there's a lot of completions taking place, you withdrawing and taking some time to yourself away from a multitude of people from what it's looking like. So with the Six of Chalices here, this talks about having memories of someone from your past. Maybe you're reuniting with someone that you used to date, or maybe an old friend, someone from your childhood. There's a nostalgic energy about this card. Just anyone that you haven't seen in a while that brings you back to a time when you were a child. You know, reminiscing about someone. I even see the Two of Pentacles here, and I feel like, you know, you are finding your balance, maybe even within this type of relationship. Maybe you've reunited with someone and things are balanced and in harmony. I feel like there's some sort of decision that's been made within an older partnership. And I feel like with this energy with the Father of Chalices, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I feel like maybe someone from your past who is one of those signs or with those character traits, I feel like maybe you guys have mutually come together. And I feel like this is a partnership with infinite amount of possibilities. There's a lot of harmony here with this as well. I feel like someone has offered you their cup, their heart basically. And I feel like you've made the decision to move forward with it. But it's definitely someone from your past. And I see in the recent past with the Seven of Swords in reverse, this talks about scattered thoughts. Okay, everything is in your mind, and it's clouding your judgment a little bit. And I also feel like maybe you've come out of a time of deception with someone. And I feel like someone has been found out. Someone has been found guilty of a crime. Maybe someone has been found being sneaky, cheating, lying, what have you. Something has come to the surface, and I feel like you're breaking free from that. And in the present position with the Father of Pentacles in reverse, challenged by the Seven of Wands, I feel like with this energy here, we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy as well. This could pertain to you, Capricorn. Seeing as how it's in the reverse, I see that there's a lack of security. It could be a lack of security within a relationship, your home, the workplace, or just financially in general. But I do see you forging forward regardless of the instability, regardless of missed opportunities, maybe even turning someone down that could be another earth sign. You're standing your ground on your own. Maybe you have other people on the outside that may not seem like they're supportive of your decision, of you forging forward for yourself. There's a lot of competition, I feel like, with this card as well. But seeing 2 sevens here, I feel like you've withdrawn from this type of individual. Usually the Father of Pentacles talks about someone who is controlling and domineering, maybe someone who is over authoritative, and you just figured that, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. I'd rather be alone than to deal with this dysfunction. And in the near future, you have the Father of Wands in reverse. So maybe some of you are dealing with lost financial opportunities and maybe dealing with a manager of a company potentially. Maybe there's a missed opportunity in the workplace. Maybe you've been searching for work and you haven't been able to get your bearings back. You haven't been able to get your feet wet yet. So I feel like with the Father of Wands in reverse, this is someone who is, this is a ruthless individual. Wands, first of all, represent Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But usually with the Father of Wands, it can represent a manager of your company, a supervisor, a boss, someone in a leadership position. So if this is workplace related, for those of you that resonates with, I feel like maybe there are lost opportunities that's, cropped up or will come about for you. And I feel like you'll be running into someone like this who is very self-serving, someone that is ruthless, someone that is very impulsive and hasty in their dealings with other people. Someone that is just all about the self, maybe even all about sex, if this has something to do with like an actual relationship. Maybe you've turned down a fire sign and you've turned down an earth sign and it's due to deception, and you decide to step back and go back into yourself and figure out what it is you really want, figure out what makes you happy. I even see in your conscious thoughts with the Death card, maybe some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. It's good though, because in the upright, the Death card represents transformations, transitions, and endings turning into more fruitful beginnings. So I feel like you're setting your intention on this type of energy, walking away from unstable, self-serving, selfish, dysfunctional people. And I feel like in your subconscious with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, maybe some of these people have financially drained you, or maybe this could even refer to an overinvestment in trying to find work, or an overinvestment in your work in the workplace. And maybe you've experienced some sort of financial drain here. Maybe it's a loss of a job, and it may be creating this instability, this lack of fulfillment, this lack of abundance here from what I'm seeing. So with this alone, I feel like maybe some of you are dealing with the energy of, you're tired of being single. You want a relationship. You want something where you can share something special with someone. And I feel like maybe it does have something to do with a Scorpio. And maybe, these other individuals, these events that have taken place here with these other individuals, you got the earth energy and the fire here, all in the reverse. I feel like you've decided to leave that alone, transition into something new. You're tired of being single and you want something stable. But definitely there's some financial drains here. And in the advice position with the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, this talks about a lack of stability within your home and in your work commitments. Okay, there's imbalance with this. Maybe it's a lack of abundance for you. Maybe you've missed out on an opportunity. Or maybe this is simply you. Maybe this is saying, step back. Maybe you need to miss certain opportunities to be able to embrace what you're looking for. Something more stable and something more secure. As of right now, maybe you are not financially secure. Maybe you are not secure within your relationships right now, or whatever you may be going through currently that seems to have drained you, and it seems to be creating an energy of instability. insecurity. So I feel like this is saying you need to get your bearings back. If you have someone in your life that may be of an earth sign, or, you know, of those character traits, I feel like this is also saying turn it down. Anybody who doesn't create a sense of stability and security within yourself, within your home, within your relationships, turn it down. And I feel like in the external factors with the Four of Wands in reverse, maybe you're dealing with someone else who is experiencing a breakdown in communication with you. Maybe this, by you deciding to cut this all out, or, you know, completely let this situation complete, and you know, you're turning it down and you're looking for more stability for yourself. You're moving on. You're taking that leap of faith on your own. Maybe someone else is feeling like, you know, they're not able to communicate with you. There's a lack of stability within themselves, within the home. There's a lack of forging forward. There's a lack of progress. Okay? And I feel like in your hopes and fears with the Father of Swords in reverse, you know, swords represent air energy. So maybe you're dealing with someone who is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or you could be dealing with someone that is very abusive and manipulative. You're dealing with a tyrant. If this is a workplace situation, for sure, you're dealing with someone who is abusive in their communication. They are abusive just in general in their actions. They are just ruthless. Okay, they're done. You know, they don't care about anyone else but themselves, and they're perceptive, and that's it. Maybe you're having bad communication with someone, or maybe you've decided to cut off communication with someone because of it having a codependent type of energy. Maybe someone is severing a bond with someone that is just not giving them the gratification that they're seeking. Okay, it's just it's codependency, you know, perfectly here. And I think someone finally decides to put it into that. And I feel like that's definitely you, Capricorn. In the outcome, I see the Mother of Swords in reverse. So I feel like, again, more Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. But this usually talks about, when this is in the reverse, be careful not to be overly emotional about things. Be careful not to be bitchy. Be careful not to be an asshole. Okay, be careful not to let bitterness get the best of you. Be careful not to let your emotions run the show. Don't let these endings throw you off and make you feel insecure, because I feel like there's a lack of clarity here. And I feel like this is too much emotion. Okay? And the way to avoid that is maybe, you know, finding more stability and security within yourself, because this is the advice position. You need to work on the home. You need to work on your relationships. If you need to walk away from people that are making you feel bitchy and cold-hearted and negative, then you need to turn those individuals down. If you're dealing with the money problem, do your best to keep your confidence and keep moving forward, because this is not the energy that you want. And if you're dealing with someone that you come into contact with this month that has these traits, okay? Abusive communication, dysfunctional, or maybe this is telling you maybe you're just cutting off communication with someone in the outcome. Maybe that is what will help you find stability and security within yourself. So do not let the loss distract you from your future gains. Let's go ahead and clarify these for you guys. Okay, show me the Seven of Swords in reverse. Show me the Father of Pentacles in reverse. Show me the Seven of Wands. Okay, we have two cards for that. Show me the Father of Wands in reverse. Show me the Death card. Show me the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Show me the Mother of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Show me the Four of Wands in reverse. Show me the Father of Swords in reverse. And show me the Mother of Swords in reverse. And, you know, I just realized that, you know, this could have something to do with an issue with someone's mother, someone's father as well. Specifically, because I see a lot of home and family references, financial references, you know, as well. But, you know, maybe you're having issues with a family member. You cut a family member off, or, you know, now, you know, you even have friends that, you know, from your past, or, you know, past relationships, just everything's coming to an end for you. And it seems to be creating a little bit of, you know, a little bit of rigidness within you. I'm seeing. For those that this applies to, you know, that's what the cards are showing me. But I do see at the bottom of the deck that we have the Eight of Swords here, and then we have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So what I want to say about this, and you know it's funny, I even see this all goes together. And then, okay, I'm pulling cards, I'm pulling cards. You want to know why? Because this is very befitting of the energy that I'm picking up on. And from what I can see, this is the order that they were in, okay? You have the Eight of Swords here in the reverse. I'm feeling like you're releasing yourself from your mental prison, okay? But the Two of Wands in reverse talks about fearing the unknown. Do not fear the unknown. Forge forward. You will triumph. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, maybe there's some inevitable end that took place. There are completions all around here from what I'm seeing. And I'm noticing that it's making you feel a little indecisive and a little insecure. Maybe you've come out of a time where, you know, someone betrayed you in the past. And it's still plaguing your mind, and maybe you're just now removing yourself from being trapped mentally with all of that plaguing you. But I see still here within your heart, we have the Nine of Chalices in reverse and the Three of Chalices in reverse. Anti-celebratory energy, Three is a crowd energy. Maybe you guys have found out about third-party situations. And I see Nine of Chalices in reverse, which talks about a lack of fulfillment, greed, emotionally draining energy, codependency as well. A lack of a wish coming to fruition, maybe within a friendship for some of you. Maybe it's multiple friendships. Maybe this has something to do with specifically three individuals. But you're no longer trapped here, so don't let yourself get stuck mentally and emotionally on what's done. In the recent past, with the Seven of Swords in reverse, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is this baggage, okay? You're unable to move on carrying all this weight here, and I think it has something to do with you, you know, breaking free from someone's deception. Maybe the fact that you've had to break free from someone, it's creating more baggage. And it's creating a sense of bitterness, anxieties, fears, feeling overwhelmed. You've got to move on completely. In the present position, with the Father of Pentacles in reverse, challenged by the Seven of Wands, I see the Emperor challenged by the Ace of Chalices and the Five of Wands. So I see Aries energy here. Okay, maybe this is specifically indicative of an Aries, or maybe you're dealing with an authority figure. For those of you that have been having trouble moving on from some sort of lie, deception within a relationship, I feel like you've taken on more authority in your life. Maybe you've had to make a decision to turn this individual down. But in a sense, there's still an emotional blockage here with the Ace of Chalices in reverse. And you're unable to move on emotionally because of this blockage. You're having trouble getting over someone from your past. And it's creating this energy. Maybe you're avoiding a conflict with someone, and maybe you're hyper focused on your goals and your pursuits, but there's still this emotional blockage lingering and creating issues subconsciously for you. Maybe you just simply turn down this individual's love offer and you're avoiding a conflict, you're separating, you know, or maybe you're coming out of a time of separating and turning down this person's offer due to instability. Someone's controlling, you know, it's just, it's not a secure and stable setting as a whole. And I feel like with this, someone's feeling undesired, someone's feeling unwanted. Maybe you're feeling bored, stuck in a rut, depressed a little bit. All because of the separation, the loss. But from what I'm seeing, we have multiple tens here. I've seen multiple nines with the Nine of Chalices in reverse. I'm feeling like These completions and these challenges and changes that you're going to be going through this month, Capricorn, they will be a test of your faith. It's all about trying to see how strong and resilient you will be in the face of these challenges. And I feel like when these challenges and trials and tribulations finally take their course and you make a decision to move forward and leave it be, let bygones be bygones, so to speak, leave the past in the past, everything will come to fruition with new beginnings. New beginnings will come to fruition for you. More positive opportunities will come your way. Because what I'm seeing here in the near future with the Father of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Daughter of Swords in reverse. So again, maybe you've received some bad news from, if this is financially related, maybe your boss is like, hey, we can't keep you. Maybe there, some of you have gotten laid off. Maybe some of you, are having trouble moving forward and trying to find something new for yourself. Maybe this has something to do with the loss of a case with someone. Maybe you against a prior supervisor, a boss, or just someone that you are in a feud with, or maybe this is just you not communicating with this individual. But I still feel like, this is due to someone being all talk, no action. There have been a lot of undelivered promises. So you finally decide to be done with it. And with the Death in your conscious thoughts is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is basically saying that, maybe in some way you've maybe lost a job, lost a financial opportunity, you've experienced just in general a financial loss or some sort of separation. Maybe some of you are going through divorces, or maybe some of you are dealing with feeling left out in the cold. And that's why this ending is maybe plaguing your mind and your heart so intensely. I feel like someone is feeling impoverished. Maybe you guys are overspending. Maybe you've spent too much money and then you find out, uh-oh, I no longer have this job. I no longer have a consistent stream of income coming in anymore. What am I going to do? And it's due to, all of these promises that may have been delivered to you. Hey, I'll give you this. Hey, I'll give you a promotion. Hey, this or that, and then it results in, I'm sorry, we can't do business with you anymore, or I'm sorry, I don't want to be with you anymore, just spur of the moment, spontaneous, someone's feeling a serious loss here. And I see subconsciously with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, so another 10, with this alone, it says that you are financially and emotionally drained, period, and you're stressed out. You're trying to find something new. You're trying to establish something long-term, something stable and secure for yourself, and you haven't had the chance to find it yet. And I feel like that's plaguing your mind. Maybe you're trying to avoid taking responsibility for this ending. Maybe you're, dealing with taking on too much. And maybe that's why this ending has had, has taken place due to you, finally having enough. It's become too much for you. In the advised position with the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands. It's clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's a lack of ambition. You're not wanting to move forward with someone. Maybe you're not wanting to move forward with someone in your family, a mother. Maybe you're not wanting to move forward with someone who is an earth sign. Maybe this is some sort of sexual offer that's been offered to you, but you turned it down. Whatever the case may be, it's saying you need to turn down some sort of unstable beginning. And basically it's kind of reiterating and confirming that your decision to end this is in your best interest. Don't let it contaminate, and don't let it corrupt you. Externally, I see the Four of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm feeling like there are definitely breakups that have taken place, like within a marriage, like exclusive relationships, breakups, even if it's just a regular relationship, y'all just ended things. You're experiencing an energy of feeling lonely. Maybe someone else that you're dealing with, maybe because you ended the situation with them. Now they're experiencing divorces, they're divorcing you, or you're divorcing them. It's a completed cycle. Someone is feeling lonely. Someone is feeling extreme financial loss. All of this is just, you're being drained in so many different directions. And in your hopes and fears, I see the Father of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Fool. So I feel like, of course, you're taking a leap of faith. You're cutting off communication. All these drains have been just overwhelming for you, and now you're just like this. Maybe in some way you're dealing with someone who is abusive in nature, and you just feel like, you know what, this is not worth what I'm getting. You know, I'm taking a leap of faith. And I see with the Mother of Swords in reverse, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. There's an energy of restlessness. There's an energy of feeling burned out. And that further kind of solidifies what I've said about being drained in so many different areas. You're drained financially. There are instabilities within your home, within your family, within your friendships, even emotionally. You're fed up. But you're experiencing burnout. And I feel like there's some opportunity that you've lost, or maybe there's some opportunity that's been offered to you. Maybe you're missing out on, you know, moving to a new place. Or maybe, unfortunately, some of you are dealing with having to uproot yourself from a home that you've been in for quite some time due to a divorce, or due to having to move out, you know, away from someone else. You know, and that could also be where that financial drain is coming from. Maybe a trip did not come to fruition for you because of financial losses, because of deceptive, sneaky behavior that's been exposed, and you finally decided to walk away, but it's still plaguing your mind and in your heart. And I feel like if you let those worries and you let that negativity cloud your judgment and cloud your energy and make you like this, you're not going to be able to achieve what it is you're trying to get. I feel like it's saying you need to find your security again, and you need to find that fire, that passion, that drive within you again to be able to sustain and maintain some prosperous new beginning for you. Let's go ahead and see what these oracle messages have to say to you guys. Gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit, can you show me what messages you have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of August 2017? Please give me 3 cards, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of August 2017. 3 cards, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of August 2017. Okay, so we have one flipping right in the middle of the deck. This one is the Sagittarius card, the Explorer. Okay, that's good. That's some fiery energy there. We also have the Full Moon, Fulfillment. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck here. All right, and the third card we have is the Flower Moon. Beautiful. If you drew this card, your spirit may be feeling restless, and it's time to shake things up. Explore new avenues, whether it's traveling physically or mentally to new realms. What are you drawn to right now? A certain place? A new philosophy? What does your soul crave? Feed this yearning in your heart with movement, creativity, and new adventures. Shadow side. Do not let restlessness turn into recklessness. When you're bored or stuck in a rut, you're blocking your imagination. Find your muse and inspiration again. I'm telling you, see how this works, you guys? These cards know. Okay, the second one we have is the Full Moon card. This says, I embody my magic, I embody my womb. I embody the power of this full moon. The luminous full moon is a wonder to behold. She emerges at the sunset, large, round, and voluptuous. There's more marine and animal activity in nature. Creatures are awakening. Wildness is blooming. There is an awakening in the ocean of your cells. The waters in your body are churning like the ocean created by the pull of the full moon. Honor the strong emotions rising up to the surface. You are in high tide. Everything is amplified right now for good or bad. You're being asked to fulfill your desires, or if they have been, bask in this new state of being. Completion is yours, but remember this opportunity will not last long. The full moon allows only glimpses of her power and magic. Imitate the moon and embrace the mystery within you. Let her live through your cells and embody the magic expressed through your unique luminosity. Surround yourself with other wild magical beings and howl at the moon together. The magic you build will create more fuel to fulfill your desires. Okay? Shadow side, your emotions are on overdrive. Do not work against the current of your energies because that will only drain you further. Give yourself compassion and a break. You cannot be everywhere and everything to everyone. Fulfill what you want to fulfill. Come back into your body with a bath or stand under the moonlight and breathe. You'll find your center once again. Okay. And finally, we have the flower moon. There we go. The flower simply blooms, and the bees are magnetically drawn to her. The flower moon is a compelling time for creativity, sensuality, and connecting to your deepest desires. What would it mean for you to bloom like the flower does? The flower moon is a time of sacred union between masculine and feminine, creating and merging into one. Now is the time to balance these sacred energies within you. This is a fertile time for you. You can feel this potent energy physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You're beginning to see great gains in your intentions, and fruition is taking place. Take a moment and celebrate. Connect with your senses, stay present, and say thanks. When you acknowledge your growth, you can then fully blossom and bloom. Shadow side. You feel out of balance in this moment. There's a disconnection between your dreams and your soul. Fruition seems far away. You may be longing for a sacred union, but know it must come from within first. Follow this yearning within yourself and let it lead you to your deepest desires. Okay? And real quick, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you a message from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. Since you guys enjoyed this deck so much, I figured I would bring it back. But what I'll do is I'll just pull one card and I will read the one at the bottom of the deck. I won't keep you guys too long. Okay, gods and goddesses, dear universe, dear spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of August 2017? Show me how they can work through these energies this month, please. Give me one card for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs for the month of August 2017. All right, we're going to cut the deck here. Okay, we have the Shadow Queen and we have the Dragon's Duel. Well, well, well. Let's see what we have here, you guys. And I already know about the Shadow Queen. That card is very similar to the High Priestess. So usually that's about maybe secrets coming out or manipulation, insecurity, and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and see in its entirety. So, we have the Shadow Queen. Ally. The Shadow Queen tells you that too many of the details hidden behind your circumstances prevent you from moving forward quickly at this time. She has come with a lantern to help shed light on what is concealed within you or your situation. This is the time to wait for more to be revealed. Perhaps you lack clarity and the knowledge of how to proceed with the subject of your inquiry. It's time to educate yourself a little more about your intention and then put that information to work for you. The Shadow Queen asks that you dig deep to gain strength and that you have the courage to ask someone in the know. To shed light on your circumstances, she promises to send that person to you. The Shadow Queen asks that you dig deep to gain strength and that you have the courage to ask someone in the know to shed light on your circumstances. She promises to send that person to you. Beware of moving too quickly in the dark, as you will likely trip and fall and have to start again. Challenger. The Shadow Queen gently asks you to address your innermost character flaws with compassion, for now it's time to bring your wounded self and hidden agendas into the light. You're seeing the tangible results of those aspects of your nature that have evolved in response to the difficulties in your life. They've been a means to help you survive. Perhaps you're falling prey to insecurity masked as elitism and arrogance, believing that you know best. to comparing yourself with others, or to being fearful and self-sabotaging. You may have been taught that manipulating others rather than being direct is the way to get your needs met. The Shadow Queen reminds you that manipulation in any form isn't the best method of getting what you want. Another meaning that can also apply is the possibility that you're being affected by someone else's wounded self. Perhaps you are the one being manipulated. Whatever the case, it's time to take a fearless personal inventory and observe what part you play in the dramas and potential disasters in your life. When you come to the place of humility, forgiveness, and grace, then you may proceed again and walk into the light. There's great value and strength in facing your own shadow in the realm of the Shadow Queen. Okay. And the last one that we have, you guys, is the Dragon's Duel. This is all about inner conflicts, making conscious choices. Okay. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is what we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call to you to change direction. Now's the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision-making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you chose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and the duel will be won in your favor. And you know what? I noticed one more card, you guys. I know y'all are like, damn, hurry up with this reading. But I have to read this one because this one is yet to pop out. And something is calling to me, telling me that this is significant. This is also an ally and challenger card. When the map maker of destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with myriad paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, places where you will be challenged to evolve into the highest aspects of the self. Remember that you're a spark of the divine come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experience, so free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project or a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. Now, I love that. I feel like that's perfect for you guys. I'm glad I read it. So there you go, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please stay tuned for your mid-months. I'll start doing those from here on out. And stay tuned for my second episode of Lotus Topics, where I talk about coping with depression. So until then, you guys, enjoy the rest of your month and stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.